Welcome to Golden Flame Stars. Today, we journey back to the golden age of classic Hollywood, a time when the silver screen shimmered with timeless beauty, unforgettable talent, and legendary charm. But behind the dazzling spotlight lay hidden sorrows, buried scandals, and personal battles carefully kept from public view. In this episode, we unveil the untold stories behind the icons who shaped an era, stole the hearts of millions, and left behind a legacy both magical and haunting. Montgomery Clift was the epitome of tortured beauty and raw vulnerability, both on screen and off. Born in Nebraska in 1920 to a wealthy but emotionally distant family, he was drawn to the stage from a young age. He gave haunting performances in The Misfits, 1961, and Freud, 1962, blending sensitivity with intensity. But Clift's private life was plagued by deep insecurities, repressed sexuality, and lifelong emotional wounds. A near-fatal car crash in 1956 shattered his face and accelerated his descent into addiction and isolation. He struggled with alcohol and prescription drugs, while hiding his homosexuality in an era of unforgiving scrutiny. He died alone in 1966 from a heart attack at age 45. Clift remains one of Hollywood's most tragic and brilliant figures, his pain never far from his brilliance. Rock Hudson was the ultimate screen heartthrob, handsome, romantic, and tragically hidden behind a mask of fear. Born Roy Harold Scherer Jr. in Illinois in 1925, he grew up with an abusive stepfather and low self-esteem. He became a romantic icon with Pillow Talk, 1959, and seamlessly extended that image into the 1960s with Lover Come Back, 1961, solidifying his status as one of Hollywood's most beloved leading men. Behind the scenes, Hudson concealed his homosexuality to protect his career, enduring fake relationships and constant studio surveillance. His true self remained buried under contracts and public expectation. When he was diagnosed with AIDS in the 1980s, he became the first major celebrity to go public with the disease. His death in 1985 at age 59 shocked the world and humanized the epidemic, forever changing public perception. Hudson's legacy endures, not just as a screen legend, but as a symbol of the personal cost of silence. Alan Ladd was the quiet storm of Hollywood, his small stature masked by brooding intensity. Born in 1913 in Arkansas and raised in hardship, he found solace in radio and acting. Though best remembered for Shane, 1953, he also starred in One Foot in Hell, 1960, playing against his heroic type. Ladd struggled with depression, insecurity, and chronic health issues, made worse by alcoholism and sleeping pills. His public image as a stoic hero clashed with deep personal despair. By the 1960s, his career declined and his demons grew heavier. On January 29, 1964, he was found dead at 50 from an accidental overdose. Ladd's story stands as a sobering portrait of how Hollywood idolization can mask profound private pain. Charlton Heston was born in Illinois to a working-class family. He attended Northwestern University before making his mark in Hollywood. Heston possessed a commanding physique and a powerful voice, becoming an icon of American cinema for decades. He became a commanding presence in The Ten Commandments, 1956, and won an Oscar for Ben-Hur, 1959. Off-screen, Heston was politically active, first as a civil rights supporter, then as a vocal conservative and NRA president. He was admired for his leadership and stature, but also criticized for his later views. In his final years, he publicly revealed his struggle with Alzheimer's disease. His farewell to public life was dignified and heartfelt. He died in 2008 at the age of 85 from complications related to pneumonia, leaving behind a legacy of iconic roles and principled conviction. Rod Taylor was the embodiment of rugged masculinity and adventurous spirit in 1960s cinema. Born in Sydney, Australia, to a working-class family, he studied art before turning to acting. He broke into Hollywood with charisma and physical presence, starring in The Time Machine, 1960, and Hitchcock's The Birds, 1963. Though never an A-list fixture, he was widely admired for his versatility and professionalism. He avoided scandal but was fiercely private, with a reputation for blunt honesty. Later in life, he stepped away from the spotlight and returned to painting. In 2015, he passed away from a heart attack at age 84, just days before his 85th birthday. Taylor remains remembered as a solid, quietly iconic figure of classic adventure cinema. Tony Randall captured the essence of sharp-witted charm, sophistication, and comedic brilliance in classic American entertainment. Born in Tulsa, Oklahoma, he studied at Northwestern and honed his craft in theater and radio before moving to television and film. He charmed audiences in Pillow Talk, 1959, and Lover Come Back, 1961, often playing neurotic yet endearing intellectuals alongside Doris Day and Rock Hudson. Off-screen, he was a lover of opera and literature and known for his razor-sharp humor. He married late in life and fathered 2 children in his 70s, raising eyebrows in the tabloids. Despite a mild-mannered image, he held strong political views and openly criticized war and censorship. He died in 2004 at age 84 from pneumonia after heart surgery, leaving behind a legacy of elegance and intelligence in comedy. Glenn Ford was a dependable leading man whose quiet presence concealed a complex personal life. Born in Quebec in 1916, he became a U.S. citizen and served in World War II before rising to stardom. He shined in Pocketful of Miracles, 1961, and The Courtship of Eddie's Father, 1963, embodying warmth and dignity. Though beloved by audiences, Ford's life was marred by failed marriages and emotional distance from his only son. He was involved in affairs with many co-stars, yet maintained a conservative public image. In his later years, he suffered strokes and retreated from the spotlight. He passed away in 2006 at the age of 90. Ford's legacy remains understated yet enduring, a master of restraint in both life and film. Thank you for watching. We hope this deep dive into the untold stories, triumphs, and tragedies of Hollywood's golden age stars gave you a new perspective on the icons behind the spotlight. Their beauty and fame were legendary, but their lives were often more complex than we ever imagined. If this journey moved you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts or favorite 1960s actors in the comments below. There are still many hidden chapters waiting to be uncovered, so join us next time as we explore more of classic Hollywood's most captivating legacies.